Sophie Cunningham's cuddle demand to Caitlin Clark fuels Fever reunion buzz. Say what? Yeah.
Sophie Cunningham just shared a throwback video with Caitlin Clark, and Clark's three-word response instantly sparked conversation across the entire WNBA. Sophie followed up with a playful comment about cuddling and dinner, but beneath the humor lies a much more serious situation. The Fever front office now faces an important business decision, and with expansion drafts approaching and free agency currently frozen, the circumstances are far more complicated than they appear on the surface.
Many Indiana Fever fans want nothing more than for their team to bring Sophie Cunningham back in free agency this winter, whenever the WNBA league office and its players agree to a new CBA. Of course, Cunningham isn't the only member of the Indiana 2025 team that fans are clamoring to bring back, as Kelsey Mitchell is just as beloved among the fan base. But while Mitchell might make more of an impact on the court compared to Cunningham, the latter's off-court charisma and star power have endeared her to the Fever fan base to an impressive degree, especially.
Should the Indiana Fever protect Sophie Cunningham in the expansion draft, even if it means losing another valuable player? That's the real question fans need to think about. Sophie recently posted a throwback Instagram video of herself and Caitlin Clark sharing a moment on the court last season. A simple clip showing strong chemistry between two teammates. Caitlin responded with just 3 words that sent Fever fans into a frenzy. Time to run it back. On the surface, it felt like casual social media banner, but in the current WNBA landscape, with free agency frozen, CBA negotiations dragging on, and expansion drafts approaching, those words carry much more weight. Sophie's playful reply, "Only if you cuddle and make me dinner twice a week," added humor, but also signaled something meaningful. Caitlin wants Sophie back in Indiana, and Sophie wants to be there too. Before diving into what this means for Indiana's roster strategy, it's worth addressing the unnecessary drama that flooded the comment section. Some fans try to turn harmless teammate jokes into personal rumors, which completely misses the point. Caitlin Clark is in a committed relationship. Sophie Cunningham is simply joking with a teammate, and nothing about the exchange had anything to do with off-court controversy. What actually matters is basketball and business. Sophie Cunningham was reportedly the second most searched female athlete in America in 2024, not just within the WNBA, but across all women's sports. She hosts a podcast on the Volume Network, appears regularly on major media platforms, and has built a fan base that extends far beyond basketball. That combination of on-court chemistry, marketability, and visibility makes the expansion draft decision far more important and far more complicated for the Indiana Fever.
Mind you, she was also the only player in the entire league that we sat back and witnessed literally physically defend Caitlin Clark on the court. Just keeping it real. Watched a lot of other teammates just stand around while Sophie trying to scrap. And for some...
And here's the critical part. Sophie was only with the Fever for 1 season. Think about that for a moment. In just 1 year in Indiana, she became the second most searched female athlete in America. That kind of rise isn't just about her personality or her podcast presence. It's also about the massive platform that comes from playing alongside Caitlin Clark. However, the Fever now face a complicated decision because of the expansion draft rules. With Portland and Toronto entering the league, Indiana will have to protect its core players from being selected, and in most expansion drafts, teams are only allowed to protect about 5 or 6 players total. That limited protection makes every roster decision incredibly important.
Necessarily have to choose when it comes to getting Cunningham or Mitchell. Both players have expressed interest in returning. The Fever's front office will have enough money and flexibility to re-sign them, both if they so desire.
Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, and Alyssa Smith are almost certainly locked in as protected players, which already uses up for roster spots. That leaves maybe 1 or 2 protection slots for everyone else. And that's where things get complicated. Both Kelsey Mitchell and Sophie Cunningham are unrestricted free agents, and both have publicly said they want to return Indiana. In theory, The Fever could afford to re-sign both players, but if they do that before the expansion draft, they would also have to protect both of them, which would quickly use up their limited protection slots. If Sophie is left unprotected, expansion teams like Portland and Toronto would almost certainly select her. They're building new franchises and need players who can sell tickets, attract media attention, and create immediate fan interest. Sophie brings recognizable star power, strong marketing value, and solid on-court production, exactly what new teams look for. But there's another factor beyond marketing and numbers. Watch last season's film. Whenever Caitlin Clark was knocked down or targeted physically, Sophie Cunningham was the one consistently stepping in to defend her. That kind of presence matters, and it can make all the difference in how the Fever approach this decision.